Me. All right. So we have spent the remainder of the last quarter day in rest. Yes.
Yes. Um, I would like to spend some XP in that time as well.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm going to spend 5 XP and actually gain 1 rank in manipulation. I figure I've used it a couple times successfully. I might as well.
Fair. Fair. Yes. Yeah, and I know Umlaut has some XPs to be spending.
Yes. And I'm really considering breaking the bank on upping my magic.
Oh.
Oh, that's so expensive though without a teacher.
It is, but when are we going to find a teacher?
It's true. It is true. I mean, really, the only person that has like a viable teacher right now is Tornald. And that's
Yes.
only if you need to learn level 2 healing.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to not have to, but I don't know. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely not somebody in town that would like. There's not another sorcerer hanging out, unfortunately.
It does mean though for Matt, if you want, for 6 XP, she could train you the rank 2 healing talent.
That is true.
I mean, I could do that. I was.
So I can spend 18 to get rank 2 Path of Stone.
It's a lot. How much are you sitting on?
25.
Oh God.
Holy crap.
I don't think he's spent any yet.
I have
Yeah.
not. It would be nice to be able to cast some of those nastier spells without having to roll on that table.
It is that.
And you could
that
roll
table
on the
is
table
nerve-wracking.
to do 3. Also, you should buy a book while you're in town so you can make your own grimoire.
Or do I just lean more into murderifying with my hands and sword?
I appreciate that.
So
You still have 7 XP left over.
That's true.
So here's the thing. If let's say I do increase my rank in the Path of Healing talent, do I automatically know those
Yeah, once
rank
you get
2 spells?
Once you get the rank, you get the spells that go with it.
And you
Oh, man.
technically know the rank 3 spells. You just have to roll on the table automatically.
Yeah, it's
But
just
that
terrible
means
things happen.
you have access to resurrection. You just have to roll a d66 when you do it.
And nothing can even go wrong. Like, I've rolled on that D66 a couple times and it's been fine.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay no attention
same,
to that one that's like a demon comes out and drags you to hell.
Same with you, Matthew, by the way. If you buy a book, every time you successfully cast a spell that's within your range, you could write it in the book. And then if you take a fast action to consult the book before you cast a spell, it lowers the power level by 1. So it's not as strong, but it makes it easier to safe cast spells. If anyone wants to safe cast spells.
So
Save cast.
But what kind of bullshit is that?
So Sean,
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do then. I have just enough XP to crank up my Path of Healing to rank 2. Could you just drop all the spells in my spell thing, even the level 3 ones? Though I wouldn't, obviously I wouldn't,
Oh, hell
be
yeah.
responsible with them.
Dispel magic. That's like the best spell.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good
because
stuff.
once you're rank 2 in any talent, you get rank 2 in the basic ones.
Obscure magic. You wouldn't know about this magic.
Bumping up Path of Healing to rank 2.
Shit, that's awesome. You just spend an extra willpower point, and whatever spell you're casting just is not noticed unless they actively use sense magic and look around for the effect of the spell.
Yo, where's the description of Wither? That sounds awesome. I like the sound of it.
Also, don't forget, if you have the ingredient on you, the spell will eat it up, but you get like I think raise the power level by 1. Look that up.
Oh, healing has Banish Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Hopeful.
Mend Wounds.
Purge
Purge
undead.
undead. Resurrection Serenity. That sounds nice.
Serenity does sound nice.
Yeah.
And you get the level 2 Generals,
Mm-hmm.
which is Dispel Magic.
Okay, ingredients. If you use the right ingredients, the power level of the spell increases by 1. You still have to spend a willpower point, but it goes up by 1. And once the spell is cast, the ingredient has been spent and cannot be used to cast spells again. But if you stick that
I
in
need
there,
to start hunting down some ingredients, is what I'm hearing. The ingredients for Stone Storm is pebbles.
oh yeah, it's amazing.
Where am I going to
Pick
find
up a
that?
handful of pebbles and
Oh, look, Stone Smith is the ingredient is a liar.
All you have to do is use Nissel.
Hey,
you stay away
I got
from
you.
my...
I got you.
Oh, that kind of liar. Okay.
Oh, and you already got all of the level 2s in there?
Okay,
Heck
here's
yeah.
what we do, Neil. With Stonesmith, we get the bandits out of town, and then you just build a wall around the town.
Yeah. Just go on out there, and then I just build a giant wall around it. And then I use Wither when we need to leave. Because just casting magic willy-nilly is such a great idea
It's
in this game.
it's so safe and
It is
easy.
the easiest, safest thing you could want to do.
Safe as houses.
I mean, if you need to do a lot of
As long
damage,
as you're wearing the
quick,
trousers.
Stonestorm is nice.
Stone Storm?
Yeah, Stonestorm and a lot of willpower and a handful of pebbles. That's how you get the damage done.
Yeah. Well, that's I've already used that spell a couple times to save our butts.
But now you don't have to automatically roll on the mishap table.
Right. It's gonna be
That's
so
nice.
nice.
Not as fun, but nice.
That's a fair point. Less excitement. All right. And then there's like a stabby, swordy type.
Ooh, so your stun spell isn't too bad. You do
But
agility damage.
But I have to be in the mountains.
Not for stun.
Not for stun?
Not for stun.
Oh, I know what the deal is. It has to be a person.
Yeah, no effect against monsters.
That's why that one hasn't shown up yet.
Yep. Yeah,
Voice
there's
of
a-
the mountain has to be used in the mountain type.
There's a surprising amount of this has no effect on monsters in this game.
Right. Dang it.
Please look that up. I'll be right back.
All right, I've just got to find this sword one because I'm very interested in that. Feels like a thing I should be able to do.
Sounds good.
Sword fighter. Oh, hell yeah.
Is that a talent?
It is. All right, and the cost on talents.
If it's first level, it's 3 XP. I
Oh,
know that.
God,
but then you
3
have to
XP
spend
and
a
a s-
quarter day training in wits
and a
roll, right?
successful wits roll.
Yeah.
Oh, but wits is my thing.
Yeah, you're witty.
All right. So that's pretty interesting. But there's one other one I was kind of curious about, which was like, be fucking scary.
Threatening.
Executioner's nice.
You have a scary physical presence.
Yeah.
Executioner is the opposite of lucky. I think if you have max rank of executioner, you just choose what critical injury to give someone when you deal a critical injury on them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you get to choose. For rank 3.
Let's see.
Is it called scary?
No, it's threatening.
I was gonna say that is a funny name for it.
Rank 1, you can roll might instead of manipulate when you threaten someone or to make them do what you want.
Yeah. That sounds pretty awesome too. The sword thing.
Rank 2, that also you roll at +1.
Well, I've got 7 left, so I could do level 1 of both of those.
Yeah, because they're both 3 XP. Yeah.
Let's do it. And then I'll
Threatening
be
and
done
sword fighter.
shopping. Yep. That'll be fun. I'm a threatening sword fighter. Ah, thanks.
I really like how you've built your wizard.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. The battle mage.
Well, I've got that. I used that packet, that little pamphlet thing that came with it to make characters, and it's a little different.
Yeah. They still wind up pretty close too.
Yeah, because
Like-
I looked and like, oh, the stats line up with everything, so
Yep.
there's nothing like too far off, but it's just like good builds.
Yeah. It's just a Forbidden Lands thing, like, anyway, because, like, all of the customization is in picking skills and talents,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, you get the thing your guy's about, and then you're like, I guess I can also sword.
Yes. Yeah, so now I get a bonus to my parry,
Yeah.
and when I'm having those conversations with Galvin, I can go about them a bit differently.
Who needs to rely on empathy?
Right? Screw empathy.
That's right. Just be a scary motherfucker.
Oh wait, which does it do? Might?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I have 0 in might, but it's a strength base, and I have 4 in strength, so
Yep.
that's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
Than manipulation.
All right. Was there anything else? For the
No, that was
remainder?
great.
Excellent. So, it is.
Oh, I didn't make my wits roll.
Oh, yeah, you should do
Oh,
that.
you can make 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh God, come on, not now.
That'd be
What
really
the
nice.
hell?
Oh no.
It's one of those nights. It's one of those nights, huh?
All right, so that was Swordy.
Well, you
Want to
might.
push that?
Can I?
I don't think you can push it here. Like,
I
think
wouldn't
it's.
imagine.
Let's see. It will probably tell us if we can.
What the hell? I'm just not in a learning mood.
I'm glad we haven't been fighting anything tonight.
Right.
All right, so I don't have those, and I in fact have 7 XP.
Yeah. You just hang on to those, because you can always try again later, right? Like
Yep.
next
Sure.
time.
Get out.
It took all of it out of me to bump up my magic level.
Learning magic is hard. All right. So now evening dawns as you've all like taken the time to rest. We were counting that as rest, right? Like all of that.
Yeah, do we
happens.
fully heal from that?
Yeah, go ahead and reset your stuff. You have rested, you have not slept so far.
That's next.
Yep. So, it's evening. The sun is going down. You have all reconvened. The partying has had kind of reached its peak earlier, and now is ebbing as people have to get back to their respective homes and whatnot for the night. There's a like against the door. There's like an old dartboard against like one wall of the tavern, right? And while it started out the night with a couple of the locals playing darts, eventually it became a place where people had taken those long streamers of brightly colored cloth and have pinned them with darts up to it. So now there's just this like stack of multicolored like oddly cut fabric that's just like hanging from the dartboard on the wall.
That's cool.
Because they don't need to protect themselves from the night wargs anymore. And the four of you, the Raven sister has took the time to tutor Tornald, but has largely eschewed the any festivities. It's not her jam. It's actually more that she's terrified that somebody's gonna be like, hey, yeah, there was a Raven sister here to any passing Rust brother that might come through. So, what now? What would you like to do?
Sleep.
Yeah, you wanna take this opportunity to get some sleep?
It's evening or night?
It is evening. It is the third quarter of the day at this point. Should be. Or would it have gone to night? I guess it should have
It
gone
should
to
be
night.
night, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I partied during the day, and then I rested in the evening. So yeah, we'll sleep at night.
Okay. Sweet. Are you staying here at the inn, or are you roughing it outside?
Depends. Is Tornald still paying for a room?
I got you, fam.
Cool. And then I will have a after we get in, I'll take like the chair and do like that kind of crude like stick it under the handle to kind of jam it a little bit.
Right.
Probably won't stop someone if they really want to bust the door down, but they'll slow them down long enough that I can get to my feet.
All right. So. Sorry. It's 2 copper if you want to sleep in the bunkhouse. It's 5 if you want a separate room. 3 copper for to cover your daily ration of food, or a silver to cover both food and water.
Well, Umlaut will sleep in the common or in the dormitory.
Okay. That's 2 copper.
Yep.
Yep. So will Tornold.
And he'll spend a silver for food and water.
All right.
I mean, Tornald, you can stay in the room with me if you want, man.
I suppose.
Nissel, you too. Come on, bud.
Does the well, Nissel would probably stay in the stable, but he wouldn't pay anything. And if somebody asked him to pay, he would probably just turn around and go back to the stable. If they persisted, he would have a talk with them. But
no, you can totally do that.
Mhm.
You're just there is a specific thing for finding a good place to sleep.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's sleeping without making camp.
Good ideas.
Yeah, you make a survival roll. In this case, you will also get a +1 because you have a stable, right?
Right.
It's really
little
just a
better.
matter of like getting comfortable enough to actually get rest and like not being cold.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah,
like home.
that's
All
fine.
right.
And if you don't want to pay for food, you can always use your food and water. You just make your food
Yeah.
and water rolls.
Yeah. I'll actually, it's a silver for both food and water to
Mhm.
cover.
Yep, you get a hearty meal and it covers food and drink for without needing to tap into your consumables.
All right. I'll pay that.
You get a bowl of Torin's delicious blood stew.
Oh,
Mm.
well, that sounds
It
delightful,
sounds
actually.
it sounds so disgusting, but it's really delicious.
It just wrings out the cloth from the floor. Tastes
Drinking
very
my own blood.
goblin-y.
Yeah, it smells like me. What's happening?
Why does this smell like
Yeah.
horse and dog?
Is there, since I rested earlier, do I have to sleep without incurring an effect?
Yeah. So if you don't sleep, like rest gets you
Right,
back
right.
all of your stats. But if
Right.
you don't sleep, you wind up. You can push yourself like through the next day, but you'll get the sleepy condition.
Okay, no, I'll sleep.
However, if you want to, I think sleep also counts as rest if you didn't want to take a rest before kind of
Yes.
situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll sleep for the eve.
Everybody knows that conditions are terrible,
Mhm.
and you want to avoid them if you can.
I mean, Nissel and I know how much cold sucks.
Yeah, well, there's been a couple conditions that this still has a tendency of, just lying about everything. Conditions.
That's true. How
Well, those
how
are critical
long-
injuries.
Is that the only crit that?
No, he has also his leg that's, I think's been an issue for a while.
I think it's been a while though. Have you been counting down those days, Nissel?
I did not count down those days on those ones.
Should be.
I think it's been 2 days since you got the bleeding thigh.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've still got
Okay.
like 7 days left of Mythomania.
Yeah.
By
That
the
was a
time
big
that goes away, we would just will not believe Nissel.
It's gonna be impossible.
It's
It's
really like one of the worst.
Or he'll lie in such a predictable way, like we'll just know what he means from the lie.
Right.
It was an army. Okay, it was like 1 or 2 guys. Got it.
It's
Right,
a
then we
code.
go-
Yeah.
We go rolling up there and it's actually an army.
It's
Oh,
it's code
8
talk.
days from now, yeah, when he says it actually is an army, we're gonna be fucked.
Oh, shit. Cool. All right. So I guess what I'm hearing is that you're actually not getting up and making any further moves until the morning of the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like the best
That's the
idea.
plan.
Awesome.
I'd rather go at night. We should go at night.
Nissel, you're the only one.
I know.
That is
That's
I'll
why
do
this
it.
was like, I
Going
should
at
just
night.
go peek around at night.
I was gonna say Arland will do it. I'm just saying you're the only one that's good at it.
Right. Arlen will also run into battle with a kitchen and a knife.
Listen, sometimes all you need is that heavy cast iron skillet, man.
Yeah. It's true. It worked out for you so far.
Worked out for Marion, right? Indiana Jones. Did it? Did
And
it really?
Samwise.
Sam, yeah.
Yeah, Sam fucks.
Yeah,
people
he had a
up.
great time.
He didn't come out broken at all.
No.
Awesome. It is now the 10th of Springrise.
Mm.
It's a little gloomy and overcast today. I say as I've just spent the last like week with it being overcast and rainy here. Um, it's a quiet morning. You can like there's a couple of people eating, having their morning breakfast, and then outside, like the farmers have already gone to the fields. You can see that there are significantly more of Gallivan's militia, like coming off like nighttime guard duty in the morning as the town of Crossing kind of gets up. And what is your plan?
Umlaut needs to go to the market.
Okay. What is it? What is it you're looking for?
Well, he's looking to part ways with a studded leather armor.
Okay.
Umlaut,
What?
how cheap do you think it'd be for them to resize that?
I don't know.
Would you ask for me? I mean, you seem to get along well with the blacksmith.
Do I?
Did you bring it up, maybe?
You're such a dick, man. Thank you.
I mean, you've talked to her a couple times. She fixed your stuff.
Yeah. I can ask.
We. Do you want some company?
Oh God, I just want to sell it. Sure.
Cool. So as we're walking, what did you and Galavan talk about?
I'll have to tell you after we speak with the blacksmith.
Okay.
It's important that you don't know until after we meet her.
I'm a little insulted you don't trust me, but okay.
All right, yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I love all of this.
I can't remember if we had figured this out before, like how we were going to go about selling things, because I won't lie, I don't feel like making everything a shopping scene. So if you're just looking to sell things or looking to resize it.
them.
Yeah.
Studded leather normally costs 6 silver on its own.
Yeah, so my instinct is that if you're selling something, you could probably sell it for its like raw material cost, if it's in good condition. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, like half its value or whatever.
yeah.
So that I don't have to look at the raw materials, can we just say half of its value?
Sure. We'll say half its value.
Because I'm just like, but the studded leather, yeah, so the plan is, I mean, if it's reasonable or whatever, we'll get it resized for Arland.
Okay.
And then I don't know if we have anybody else in the team who could use a short sword, because I've got a broadsword now.
I like my knife.
What's that?
I said I like my knife.
I can't carry another weapon, so I've got a bow and a spear. I'm good. I'm covered. I mean, I'd say at the very least sell it or
Arnold?
I got my stick.
Yeah, but do you need a sword?
No, you have the sword.
You want something made out of meat?
Therefore, the sword will be used properly. Whereas I have a stick where I just smack things if I have to. I'm not a fighter, man.
everyone's a fighter when it comes down to it.
Nissel's so confused whenever he says he's not a fighter because he looks like a wolf.
Right? He's just like, no. All right. So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna hold on to the short sword because I had a bad experience once where my sword broke and I didn't have a weapon and it sucked.
That's
So, so I think probably Umlaut will go along with Arland to chat with Solista
fair.
to see about. I don't know if she's the right person to resize studded leather armor.
Yeah, you can do it.
He's the closest to
It could be made with Smith or Tanner.
Okay.
Like, both of those skills can make studded leather. So yes. We'll say it'll cost the same as selling it would get you to resize it, right?
Okay.
Like
So
half
3 silver?
its value to resize it to fit the halfling.
I will fork over some of the silver that I found from the dead Rust brothers.
Okay.
That's right. We got money from those guys.
All right. Cool. So I will delete that from my character sheet.
Nice. It'll take her time to like do it though. Like,
Yeah.
it takes 2 days to make it from scratch. Probably half the time to like
That is it.
get it fitted and then cut down and trimmed up to where it'll be halfling sized.
Okay. And then I'm into this whole grimoire idea. I want to find myself a book.
A book? Let's see.
I suppose a quill. Ink and quill. 2 silver. Damn.
Holy crap.
It's ink and quill is expensive.
Seriously. Oh man. My poor brain. I just saw field chicken and it read fried chicken. Or field kitchen and I read fried chicken. I was like, that is oddly specific.
Also, I'm really hungry. How much is a book? I'm looking for it and I'm not finding it.
2.
I mean, if the quill and ink is 2 silver,
Right? What goes into making a book?
Paper and leather.
Right. 3 sugar cane.
Minecraft it here. We can figure it out.
Yeah.
A whole cow's worth of leather.
Right. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Yeah, it just says ink and quill and parchment under it. It doesn't actually list it as a book.
well,
Yeah, that's a thing I'll actually have to look up. Because I don't know what the intent there is. Like if it's something that you have to.
Right. That's cool. I can roll without it right now. It was just one of those things. It's like,
it does literally say can be used to write down spells for ink and quill and parchment. So
that must be the.
I would guess that the intent is like you get that and each one is enough material to write down a spell. Right? Much like getting a unit of a spell like component like that
Right.
renders it useless.
Makes sense.
So it's more that you are writing your own book, and then eventually, I guess you would bind it in something. But
but that's later. So it'll just be like random scrolls.
it's like my college notes. I'm just I'm kidding. I use OneNote now just so I don't do that.
Umlaut needs OneNote.
Magic OneNote.
All right. You know what? I think we'll let it ride for now until I can
Cool.
figure it out. We'll have to come back for armor. For Arlen's armor. So let's just go. Let's do things. Let's go into a new hex.
While they're shopping, can I
And then come right back.
can I take a little scouting party and make sure that there's not a bunch of Rust brothers at that camp that we left behind?
At the one that you left behind?
Yeah, the one that we essentially set fire to and whatnot. I want to make sure that there's not like a crew of like soldiers.
You
not
don't even
like,
need to.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. There were 2 of them, and they were after this one lady.
Okay, so we dealt with that.
So like, yeah,
Nobody else has shown up. Okay.
yeah. While shopping is happening, you can go and take a look, and yep, still everything is
Excellent.
scorched, and there has been no sign of
This will take a shit at the site.
there. There you go. Let's do this. If it'll load, I'm sure it'll load eventually. Right now, I'm just
to
in a blank
explore a
screen.
new hex.
There
We
we go.
have to explore a new
that
hex.
one,
Okay,
that
alright,
one
we're on it.
gray
We're gonna do
hex
it.
in the crook of the river is just driving me crazy.
It's okay. Leave it alone. Don't even worry. We'll get to it eventually.
That's great.
We love backtracking. We'll get there.
All right. I'm going to do something real quick.
Question
Okay.
marks.
Mm.
That was for me. But it's the first quarter of the day, and you've dropped your stuff off with the smith, and then gathered your party and ventured forth.
Yes.
Where would you like to go? You're out here looking for the Bone Ferrets, right?
Yeah, so like Bone Grinder, I know that Bone Grinder is to the east, and that's where they are.
Bone Grinder is to the south, but it's pretty far south.
There's a group of them to the east of town, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a group to the east, in the woods to the east. Okay. So yeah, I say we set out to the east. Is everybody ready?
Why are we setting out to the east, Umlaut?
I agreed to take on a scouting mission for Gallivan.
Oh, what are we scouting for?
Is that so?
Yeah. I guess this hasn't come up with everybody yet, has it?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure that I am aware.
Yeah, so yeah, after we drop off the armor, I'll tell Arlen what the deal is. Like that in the woods to the east, there's Bone Ferrets who are fixing to descend on Crossing. And while the bandits are not great, they're a hell of a lot better than slavers. So we want to go check out where they are, what their strength is, and do what we can to defend Crossing from them.
Question.
Yes.
Think we can pit the two of them together and then mop up whoever's left?
Probably not. No. There's 4 of us.
Can we help the bandits, but after it's all done, if there's not that many bandits left, can we mop them up?
Possibly.
Cool.
I have no particular alliance to either group.
Listen, I'm sounding awfully bloodthirsty. I'm not bloodthirsty. I just don't want my town to have to live under bandits anymore.
Nissel on horseback is counting to himself on his hand, and he's counting the horses at 5, and he's looking at the horse and looking at his hand, and then he whispers in the horse's ear, "They don't like it."
All right. So if you're heading eastward, so that means this hex or this hex.
I think we follow the water, right? We follow the river.
No,
That's
no,
kind of-
no. Follow the river.
That's
We've
kind of
been
been our
great at
jam
that.
all along.
That has been your jam.
Except for
Let's-
that one time.
Yeah, that gray hex down at the crook of the river would disagree with you.
Just all rampant.
But there's a great city of treasure just
Yep.
hidden.
Yep. We avoided it. All right. So yeah, along the river. Let's go.
Dragons East.
Just watch, because of random generation, for some reason, the last most important part of this campaign is going to be right there.
That would be perfect.
I hope so.
All right. Traveling to a new hex. It's been a while.
How does this work?
How
I don't
does
think I've
this
ever
work?
done that actually since
oh,
I
you-
started playing
You
this.
have not. You have not been out of town. This is
No.
great.
Yeah.
Excellent. This is your first experience with like the entire point of this game. It's great.
Oh, cool. Cool. I thought it was like, wow, buying things in the town.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right. So, someone has to lead the way. Who is leading the way?
Out.
Is
Yep.
that what do you use to lead the way?
I believe it's is it scout or survival?
Survival or scout? I thought it was survival.
Travel. Lead
travel.
the way. Oh, it doesn't really say, does it?
It's a survival roll modified by the Pathfinder talent if you have it.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty good at survival.
Oh,
That's a change for our normal party.
I mean,
what are the other jobs?
So there is
Scouting?
yeah, it's lead the way and keep watch. Those are the two
Keep watch.
while you're moving, and then everybody else is hiking, which doesn't take a roll.
I'll keep watch with my key. Oh, never mind. Umal's got it.
I was gonna say, let's if Tornald says he is pretty good with leading the way.
yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, and I'll because we haven't done this, you probably also haven't used this sheet. So if you double click the party token, it'll actually bring up a character sheet.
Okay, I see that.
And if you're on the travel tab,
Yes.
it's
okay.
got like a cool matrix of
Oh, yes,
everything,
yes.
and you can just drag your like the token. Yeah.
Okay.
To, whichever thing you want. Nissel, I'm assuming you're hiking here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, hiking.
All right. Sweet. Cool. So go ahead and Tornald, y'all are moving into this hex down here. So you're welcome to make the lead the way roll.
Okay. Any other modifiers?
Let's see. Do you have the Pathfinder talent?
I don't believe I do.
You do not. It is morning during the spring, so it is light out. So you don't have a darkness penalty. So that's it.
Okay, cool. Huh.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of nothing. Now you are welcome. You are welcome to push. The fiction here is that you're like the group of you is traveling. Traveling east along the river, but you have to like pick your way. You haven't been here before, right? So you have to sort of pick your way through and find a good path. Right now, you have no successes.
Mhm.
So I get to roll on a table.
I think I'm gonna push this.
Okay.
All right.
One of them night.
Man,
Are you
Yeah, and it's just a rough evening.
And
kidding
that's-
me?
These dice rolls.
Like,
Run the pain.
okay, never mind, whatever.
All right. Give me.
Yes, I totally know this area, fellas. Just follow me.
Give me just a couple of minutes here. You're on.
Does that count as a lake tile
What's
that
that?
we're on? Is that a lake tile that we're on then, technically?
No, because you're like you're traveling on foot, right? So you're actually going through the plains. If you were on a boat, then
But that is that technically a lake in that hex? Is
Yeah.
That why that? Okay.
yeah.
Because I know technically for certain things, like you get benefits, but
And I also get to roll on the
random encounter.
Oh no.
Singing
So
that Wu-Tang Clan song earlier, and I was feeling so cocky about
This is-
tonight.
this
We're
is-
gonna kick some. We kicked those Rust Brothers asses so hard. We're ready to thrash somebody. Let's do it. And then nothing.
this almost makes me sad. So Tornald, it's
Yes.
it's your first day traveling with the group, and you
Oh
are
yes. I mean,
you're
there's a thing called beginner's luck. I'm sure nothing untoward will happen. I will.
After you rolled 16 dice and got 0 sixes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
you've you think you found a safe path, right? But you have to like go through this little like copse of like twisted trees, and like there's a bunch of little creeks and stuff that flow out, or actually like flow in, connecting to this river. The the land's just all like rocky and I can't even think of the word. It's like rougher terrain, just kind of hard going, and you keep having to make like adjustments to your course. And after a quarter day of traveling, you realize that you've wandered back in a circle.
It's not the worst thing. It's just humiliating.
Are we back in town?
You're not.
We're still in the same hex we're in right now.
Yeah, but you can't
We're
progress
just
any
still
further.
in it.
Normally, you can progress 2 hexes per quarter day. So you're like leading along the river, and then like having to make an adjustment, and you're like, all right, the river's on our right, and then you've made a turn and a couple more to like avoid some of the terrain, and then you like come back and you're like, fuck, I think we've been here.
Arlen says there's a song somewhere here about the tracker following the river but still going in circles.
Yeah, and it's after you've made like you know, the river is like, the river bank is slightly bendier than like what the map shows, because it's a broad view, right? So you don't see all the details. I'm actually going to unhide this just because I don't.
I would prefer, Arlen, if you make this song, do not use my name in this song.
Right. How
Yeah.
about the Wolfman from Crossing?
So
That's still pretty vague, right?
There's also a little survival to find our way out of the hexagon.
yeah. Normally, you have like, normally you get to move on, like regardless of success or failure, but this is one of the few times that like you have gotten yourselves thoroughly lost following the Wolfkin.
So
Well done, wrong Tornald.
okay, so
fortunately, Umlaut, despite despite the like 6 hours or so that you've spent like traipsing through, definitely having passed that same rock a couple of times, you did not see anything hostile approaching you. I didn't roll any random encounters
Oh,
for this
well,
one.
that is a mercy.
Is now the time where I roll to get us the heck out of here?
Well, we reset because now it's the next quarter day. So like if everything goes right, you can technically cross 4 hexes in a day, right? Because you can move 2 hexes in a quarter day, unless you fail that first roll apparently and get this particular mishap.
Do we see any slavers around here?
Exception to the rule.
Not unless we brought them with us.
Did she say how close they were to
Unless
town?
we're the slavers.
She
Oh, wait.
said the woods to the east.
Question:
So up here?
where's the other
Hey.
gal at that we were supposed to be
Oh,
helping out?
Yeah, she's here with you. Sorry.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't
Good
leave her.
call.
Yeah.
Just leave her.
We left her at town. Things went
Listen,
bad.
we got rid of those Rush brothers. You're good now.
Everything should be fine. Live your life normally and open and free. Come back, the
Sorry.
town's on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I mean, that seems like woods to the east.
Yeah, there's like, again, this is broad strokes. There's there's small like sections of woods. There's probably smaller like bodies of water and whatnot that the map doesn't show once you zoom into detail, right?
Okay.
Do I know then from growing up in this area what about where there would be like which hex maybe would contain like a large enough body of trees that a small band of slavers could hide out in but still be close enough to the town to kind of keep tabs on it?
I mean,
Maybe with a lore roll?
I was gonna say maybe you can make a lore roll here to see if you could like try and remember where would be a good.
Technically, on the outskirts, isn't that where all the goblin crews live? Around the villages?
That's
Yeah,
true.
Nissel, you want to give me a helping die? Like we could talk it
I'm gonna
out?
help so hard.
Don't make it dirty.
What is this all happening while you take like a brief break before traveling on?
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting on a rock, staring like into the distance, like what just happened?
Okay. So you got a success. So there's little copse of trees right up here.
Does anyone actually have a map? Might
Like
be
in our
something we want to
inventory?
invest in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have maps.
I'll say I think the cops or I think the trees we're looking for, if Nissel concurs, is to the north of us a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically another quarter day travel to the north. Assuming we don't get lost again.
I'm right here.
Oh hey, Tornald.
Yes.
How you doing?
Hey.
Nithil just stares at you, pointing in the direction of the place we need to go.
We shall
What do you
see
say?
if that's north. I mean, that's.
Nissel, just keep your
I'm
finger
gonna try
out
to
when
get
we're
us
lost so we don't
unlocked.
get
I'll
lost.
do that,
Why is
okay?
on horseback?
All right. So as far as travelings, are you taking the same jobs this time?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Hush.
I can keep an eye out if you want, Umlaut. If you want to rest yourself, I can keep an eye out.
I can, yeah, or I can try to scout as well. I have some points. And
No, I don't think Umlaut would be like cool with completely kicking back and just no. Mm-mm.
lighting fire to the forest. Okay.
Umlaut, why
Alright.
don't you trust me or Nissel? It's like you don't like little people. Like, what's happening here?
Kind of what it sounds like.
Umlaut's looking down from the horse and like, who the fuck are you calling little?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Umlaut doesn't care.
He's- Call me racist all you want.
Yeah.
All right. So you're heading to the hex to the north.
Yes, that's the
sir.
plan
Yeah.
anyway.
All right.
The north.
So.
First, we got to get out of here.
Hmm.
Yep. First, you have to be able to get out of the hex you're in, and then you can make.
Okay, there we go.
Can since this isn't the travel roll, can Umlaut
we
or
get
anyone
help?
else help? Yeah.
Sure. What's that look like? How are you helping?
I think Nissa will take off and not ride obviously without being within earshot, but take off and ride kind of in a wider sweeping range, kind of to loop around, make sure we're not gonna miss any possible good paths or come across anything that's gonna kill us. Just general looking about to try
Sure.
to help spot any.
Sure.
And I will use my lore to help in a way. I will tell Tornald that when you see a rock formation that is vaguely suggestive and for mature audiences, you'll know we're getting close.
And I'll help by being like, that's north.
Is that helping?
Can I reject his help? Like, I don't believe you. Is that 3 help that I'm getting? 3?
Let me check. I think there's a limit on how much.
I mean,
you
that
can get. I
seems
just
like a
can't
lot of
remember what
help.
it is.
Umlaut's help is somewhat limited.
Which is ironic because he's the only other one with decent survival in the group, I think.
Yeah.
It should be in. Skills?
Help from others. Other PCs or NPCs can help you succeed at a skill roll. For each person helping you, you get a +1 modification. No more than 3 people can help you with a roll. So
There you
we've
go.
maxed it out, but we can use them all. So +3.
Nice.
Feel kind of sort of condescended to with all of this help, but I'll take it. So anyway, all right.
Look, statistically, eventually, yeah. See,
Yes,
That is
yeah,
great.
so good.
yeah.
Nailed
Yeah,
it that
the
time.
Dick Rock is right there where Arlen said it was going
Is
to
it
be.
called
That's
Dick
what
Rock?
we call
or
it,
is
Dick
No.
Rock. Yeah.
No. What-
So
no,
that's
well,
us getting out of that
they-
one.
They wouldn't be so puerile as to call it that. They call it the shaft.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was 16, I came out here with a chisel and I named it Dick Rock. Okay. I grew up around here.
Ball with a ball.
Nice.
Right,
So
but-
yes, you have successfully found a path that will lead you from this hex to the hex northward,
Okay.
which means you can in fact lead the way out. And you didn't need to push, so you don't take a hit on that.
So do I still need to lead the way?
Yep.
Okay. You guys can't help me now.
It's true. You can't.
It's okay. We have faith in you. Yeah, we
See?
do.
Yeah, see? No problem.
And that Dick Rock is pointing the way.
That Dick Rock is indeed pointing due north
Stray north. Yep.
strongly. Cool. Now, normally you can travel through an extra hex in a quarter day. However, if you would instead prefer to spend the rest of the time that you would have traveling, trying to search out this campsite, that is doable.
Do I need to keep watch?
No, I there were no.
Nice.
I didn't roll any random encounters, but like, you know, trying to find this is going to be a scout test anyway. So, however, you can get help in this case. How do y'all go about tracking this place down?
Oh. I mean, a couple things like look for campfire smoke.
What time of day is it?
It is currently, sorry.
Day, right? Because we did morning. Oh no, it's starting to be evening now.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
yeah, because
Oh, heck.
Who got
Okay.
lost?
So yeah, we're looking for campfires.
all right.
Nissel, can you smell any fire? Can you smell any smoke?
I don't know. I could try.
You got a nose for it.
Yeah, Nissa will sniff the air and see if he can smell any smoke. Maybe he'll watch the horse as well and see if the horse notices anything.
Let's see. So it's technically dark once we hit evening, right?
Oh, it's dark.
Yes.
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
then Nissel's-
there's some like it's like twilight, right? It's evening.
That doesn't affect Nissel, so we're all good.
Exactly. That was my point. Is that Nissel is the one that gets to operate with no penalties here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So if it's dark, then Nissa will definitely take kind of a lead role and go searching for what he can see in the night.
yeah. Now the rest of you can still help.
Before Nissel goes too far, I will ask him. After I stub my toe on a rock because it's getting dark, can I hop up there behind you, Nissel? Get a ride, help you out.
You want to get on the horse?
Yeah.
Nissa looks down at him. You know how hard it is to get up here?
I mean, just let me climb up your leg.
Arland, you're not our most stealthy party member.
How about
Clang,
actually
clang, clang.
what Nissa will do is Nissa will get down off the horse, have Umlaut and Tornold help Arland onto the horse because that's probably a safer bet,
Yes.
and then just have them walk the horse by the reins, and Nissa will actually go physically on foot ahead further up.
Okay.
Sending Arland on the horse is what you would do if you were trying to distract someone.
Well, this is the idea in Nissel's head is worst case scenario they'll chase the hobbit on the horse and not him.
All right, yeah, just spook the horse and send it off, and then you can continue searching.
I'm
Absolutely.
liking this less.
do you have your field kitchen with you?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. I just wanted to check. Clang, 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 clang. Pots and pans.
If I'm going up ahead sneaking, I'm gonna leave it behind. But otherwise,
I'm just giving you crap. All right. So who's doing the sneaky like searching?
Nissa, I think, is going to do all the sneaky search. I don't know if anybody else is coming, but he's definitely going to do some of it.
All right.
So what are the options for us, those of us who stay behind? Will we have the opportunity to set camp?
Yeah, you can set camp if you want. I mean, like either one is going to take it's going to take the chunk of the day. So if you're like setting camp, that's the thing you're doing. If you're going,
But we're like one hex. We're one hex away from home.
But hey, you've uncovered 2 more hexes.
Woo! Pretty crazy.
Technically,
been a
like
wild day.
had that first Pathfinder roll not failed, like this would still be the previous quarter day.
Yeah, but we also would have continued going in the wrong direction.
It's
That's
true. By the way, that was what I had rolled earlier. I rolled to see which hex they were going to be in,
Ah,
and
gotcha.
it's the one you're in.
Well, let's not break camp yet until we've spotted them and made sure we've gotten them.
All right. So then I guess I'll go along, understanding how the whole scouting thing went down last time with the Rust brothers.
I mean, it worked out somehow, but yeah, it would be nice to have somebody to come. I mean, at the very least, then we have our chef and healer, not crazy far behind us, but at a safe distance.
Okay, so here I'm gonna let me reset. Technically, this isn't travel, but
I also just want to see Arland ride in on a horse like some kind of knight with his butcher knife out and his kitchen on his back.
but Nissel and Umlaut in the keep watch. Maybe is it not gonna let me? It's not even giving me any like.
Do we
there
need
we
to
go.
do that in the travel column at this point? If we're not traveling, we're just searching around.
No, I was just trying to keep track of things for me, because while they were doing that, I was going to ask what the rest of you were doing. Oh, that's right, you can't have two people in there. That's fine. So
I'm helping Nissel with my vantage point from up top.
okay, so the two of you are helping Nissel. What about Tornald? What are you doing? Are you gonna help scout too, or?
Oh, I mean, I can certainly keep my nose up, see if I can smell anything unusual out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a scout with 3 bonus dice from help. And if you fail, everybody is implicated in the failure.
Even better. Suffer together like a family. Okay, here we go. That's really bad.
So you got 0.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we want more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Like
pushing
at
an
this
option?
point, you're like, eventually you can't see anything from outside the woods, right? So you have to like start moving in, and now you're like, I'm assuming that you don't want to be carrying torches and giving away your own position. Like you're all are doing this like
Hang
it's
on, are
evening as
we-
you come in, and once you get under the canopy of trees, like it's like there's not a whole lot of light filtering in. It's also
Are we
gloomy
actively
enough-
sneaking up on these guys, or are we just going to chat?
We're trying to find them.
You're trying to
locate
find
them.
where they're camped out, right?
Okay.
And now like you're trying to do this and pick your way through the woods. I think the danger here is that is less about whether or not you find them and more about whether you get separated in the process, right? As you have to like spread
Okay.
out and search.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, Nissa will press into the underbrush, and even further in, he might even try to scramble up some tree trunks. And fall on his face.
Well, it's good to know that when the dice bump into each other, it doesn't change the value.
No, it doesn't
does
help
not.
him at all. Yeah,
It does
there's
not.
no-
Boundary hates us.
I don't know what it is. But you were doing gangbusters. It's also quarter after 10. So I think we'll set this up and then probably call it here before we
Yeah.
So I mean, let's look on the bright side here before we do this. And you didn't take any damage.
Took no damage.
You
Yeah.
took no damage. You got no willpower from it, but you also
No.
like didn't lose anything.
But I'm already sitting on a lot of willpower.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the upside is it's dark out, which is good.
So I think you're like the group of you has to keep spreading because you're just not like you're not seeing it, and these woods are thicker than you anticipated. Like yeah, you expected it to be like, oh, it'll be like a little forest, and it's actually like a pretty heavily wooded like section of this hex, right? And pretty soon, like who's sticking close, like how are you keeping each other like in contact? Like
I'm
are you-
trying to stay
Umlaut's
within
literally
visual
walking.
range. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Umlaut's literally walking with one hand on the horse.
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would.
Go ahead.
I'd probably be able to spot Arland, which is how I would track the rest of them, other than maybe if, depending on how close Moonlight and Tornald and them was. But if they're all kind of back in the same group, then I would use Arland on the horseback to kind of keep track.
Okay. And what about
I-
Tornald? Like how are you like situated in relation to everybody
So
else?
I'm trying to stay at least within like 30 feet, like visual range, but also, upwind of the horse because that can really, it's a horse, and I'm smelling things.
Yeah. Horses smell very strong. So really, it sounds like what's happening is like Tornald is like I don't think you're like way off in the distance, right? But
No.
like Umlaut and Arland are kind of a unit, and then Nissel like on one side, kind of keeping ahead, and Tornald on the other, keeping ahead. And you hear a whistle, like from somewhere, like just ahead and kind of in between Tornald and Umlaut and Nissel, right? Or not Nissel, Arland. And a voice, like whistle not towards you, but back, like into the woods. And a voice said, "Oi, I think I heard something." And then you see this like you can't really like as the sun is setting, right? You can't really make out much details. It's just a kind of a man-shaped shadow like steps out from behind a couple of like twisted trunks of trees and is like peering into the gloom, looking out for you.
At this point, can I look at Umlaut and be like, step off into the shadows? Like, can I keep out of sight to Umlaut?
Yeah, this is pretty much your last chance to make any kind of hide attempts.
Yeah, all right. I will.
If that's a thing you want to do. You're like, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying like if you want to be like, oh shit, because
Yeah.
they're like right there.
So yeah, Umlaut's gonna try to like crouch down like the first, anything that might provide him some cover.
Right.
If Nissel had the opportunity to react before they spotted him, then I would just spend a willpower point and go stealth as quickly as possible. He just try to duck into the underbrush and raise
Oh yeah,
his,
you've got
his
a
bow.
thing for that, don't you?
Yeah, I get a free success for every willpower I spend. So
Okay.
You can
Uh,
roll first and see how that goes.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because in this case, it's gonna be a versus test. Because this is somebody who's actively like, I think I heard something, and now he's looking. He does
Right.
not have a torch, and he can't see well in the dark, so he's at -2.
Okay.
He's completely oblivious.
So do I even need to roll?
No, I don't think so. I think you can like
We just freeze.
yeah, you can duck it. Well, you still have to succeed at hiding, right? Like the
Right.
worst outcome is that like you don't
I
hide
screw up worse.
yeah.
I just
Come on,
gently-
baby.
I just gently steer the horse behind a tree.
I
There-
try harder.
There aren't many trees that are big enough here like to hide your bulk.
Oh, come on. This is painful.
Just
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. I see
Wasting
Umlaut
any
struggling to be hidden.
right?
I'm like, fuck it. And I will say, oh, is that a voice I hear? Oh, this lonely traveler has been looking for someone to share a camp with.
Oh, Jesus.
Nissel thinks in his head instantly, like, this is what Umlaut said was going to happen. We're going to get here,
All
and
right.
Arlen's going to
Can't
start
hide
talking.
on a horse, so I can at least distract them from you guys, right?
Right?
Great idea.
All right. I want Arlen to roll, but I want to know what Tornald is going to do first. Like, are you going to try and hide, or are you going to like try and
So, what I'm going to do is, like, the minute I hear, the voice, like, so close, like, I imagine that the grass is tall enough I can just kind of just drop down, and I have a little bit of hopefully natural camouflage from just my hair among grass, all that kind of stuff. So
stealth?
Yeah. Stealth, yep. Which I don't have a lot of hope for.
Well, you
this
rolled a
one.
-1, so
Yeah, you've got a good start. This is a good place to be.
All right, well, let's do this.
I'm pretty sure he's working off of smell alone. He has no eyes, I can tell.
A 0 is better than -1.
it's better than -1. Oh yeah, that's a good point because Umlaut, a 0 is better than -1.
Yeah, technically.
So
So, how did explain to me how did he get a -1?
so the way that dice work is when you have penalties, you roll quote unquote negative dice, and successes on the negative dice actually take away.
Okay,
Like it
Are you
reduces
familiar
your
with
margin
type
of
2
success.
diabetes?
Yeah.
so essentially we are
It-
all pretty much guaranteed to succeed here.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I should have thought of that for Neil before you pushed your roll. So if you
It's all right.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't think he
I'm-
took any
I'm
damage.
good.
so everybody's hidden. Does that change what Arlen wants to do?
Then I'm just gonna, my stealth is going to be like,
You're on a
Oh,
giant
the
horse.
so is that gonna give me a negative or just an auto fail if I don't get off the horse?
Like I think I mean, if you want to give up Nissel's horse, like
I don't wanna give
you
missiles
you could
horse.
you could
Oh,
you
no.
could jump off the horse, but the horse cannot hide. Like if you're staying on the horse, you're getting spotted.
I mean, if they take the horse, I can just take the horse back, I guess. Once they eat the horse,
Yeah.
I guess.
I also know though, like if I try to move away with the horse, I'm gonna get spotted moving away with the horse. So I'm gonna go with my original plan still. I mean,
Okay.
they're gonna see me. Make sure they're super focused on me at least.
Yep. Cool. So so you're passing yourself off as a weary traveler, looking to share a fire.
Correct.
Awesome. Yeah, you wanna manipulate this guy?
I could cook. I could sing you some songs. Yeah, I absolutely want to manipulate this guy.
Sean, how does an ambush work?
There's actually rules for an ambush.
There are rules for ambushes. But you succeed. He's like, what? Hold on. Oi, you bring one of the torches. And like, you hear the like click of flint and steel, and then before too long, like orange light blooms just past the trees, and a couple of these guys come out holding up a torch, kind of up and behind them so it doesn't blind them, until like you can see them. These dudes look fucking rough, right? And they take a look at you and a look at your horse, and they're like, you said you could cook, eh?
Sing you a song. Can cook.
Says
For a night's for a night of sharing the fire with you.
it's a good night for it. And then like a pretty harsh, like guttural voice from the back, like somewhere like deeper into the trees, says, bring him in, but let's not get too much merrymaking before dark sets in. We got work to do. Yeah, they're like, hop on down here, stranger. We'll take care of your horse for you.
Oh, that's awfully nice of you. I'll say as I hop down and be like, he really likes if you brush him 3 times here, and like I'll just like pass it off and just play up the clueless act.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you're led into the camp, and there's probably, I don't know, 24.
Oh God, that was way more than I thought there were. Fuck.
You messed up so bad.
2 people in
Cool.
here. Not all of them look like hard asses, right? Like
Most of them only have 2 limbs.
yeah. But they're here. They're at like they haven't had like big fires. They've been keeping everything down to embers, and it looks like they've been here for long enough that they've probably run out of like proper food stores, because they're like there's a pile of kind of scrounged vegetables. It's pretty meager because it's early spring and nothing's had a chance to grow, which you know because you've gone looking for vegetables at this time of year a couple of times and found only leeches.
So many leeches.
So many goddamn leeches.
Is that a good cliffhanger spot to stop it?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah, the
let's-
part where you walk into the camp full of, so many more people.
yeah, a couple dozen
Right
slavers.
back
Yeah.
very quickly. Right back very quickly.
So we'll do XP and
Okay.
all right. Did you participate in the session? Oh, Matt's not here.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
Did participate. You get your participation trophy, which in this case is 1 XP.
Yes.
For the purposes of this example, I am a baby boomer.
I insist that my child get a participation trophy. Why do you guys give everyone participation trophies?
That's right. You and your participation trophies, you gave them to us. Oh man, you got back, Josh, Matt and Joshua.
I'm still here. I was
Oh,
just
you're
sitting
still
right-
here. Okay,
I was right next to the table.
gotcha. I was gonna make fun of you.
Oh, damn it.
All right, so participation, you get 1 XP. Did you travel through at least 1 hex on the game map that you had not visited before? You did.
Yeah, that's so good.
In some cases, you traveled that same hex multiple times.
That's 2 XP, right?
Did you discover a new adventure site? No. You have not defeated 1 or more monsters or found a treasure. Did anybody activate their? Oh, no, nobody
No.
activated their pride. Did anybody suffer from their dark secret?
No, I keep forgetting about that.
Yep. Risk your life for another PC? Not really a whole lot of life riskery. Right now.
I mean, I went in and talked to Gallivan because things were getting a little bit hot out there in front of everyone.
Yeah.
But I didn't really. Yeah,
Nah.
it was more situational than
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna
But-
save Ireland.
Would manipulating what I thought was a small group of slavers, and now I'm in the middle of 24 slavers, count as harm from
Yeah.
my dark
No,
secret?
but when we have to save you, it'll count for us to save another PC or risk our lives for you.
So thanks for that XP next session.
Yep. Yep. And nobody's performed an extraordinary action, I don't think.
Nope.
Oh, I
That'll
got
be
us-
that'll be next time as well.
No. I think I did. I got us very lost.
I mean, you did get everybody extraordinarily lost, but I
Mhm.
don't think that's what the game is talking about.
Well,
in that.
it didn't say positive or negative. It just said extraordinary.
That's right.
I think if somebody had like, if you had to save somebody's life because of it, then you could have put your
But
would
risked
say
your life
most-
for another PC.
Most of the dice rolls this session were extraordinary.
That
Wow, they're so bad.
it was
So
real
bad.
bad. I mean, even the NPCs didn't do well.
I'll take it though,
Yeah.
like when we're not fighting something. I'll take it
Yeah,
when we're
when-
just like walking around.
It's
as long as it
okay,
doesn't result as walking into something terrible.
right? Only we can only get in worse trouble, but we can't get killed this way. Cool. Well, I think that's it. Thank you all for playing. Thank you for hanging out. And
thank you, Sean, for hosting.
Yep.
everybody
Yeah,
else.
thank you.
We will see you all next week, hopefully. Good night.
Good
night.
night.
I'm gonna have to do some fast talking next week.